welcome everybody to our live stream where we're just gonna build it live. We're going the good old Bill O'Reilly approach here, and yeah, so we're joined by some of the CodeBuddy team. I'll let each of you introduce yourself, and then we'll get kickstarted. Let's roll.
Go ahead, JB.
Hey, my name is Joshua Barrow, so you can call me JB, product developer here at CodeBuddy. Do a variety of things from customer success to helping the team develop features based off of your feedback and ideas that we may have.
Yeah, your new camera
Gotcha.
looks great.
Yeah, your video setup looks incredible, JB.
This is the
Got to get
larger
that
way
for the
day,
rest of
so
us.
hey, just give me a call.
All right. Awesome. My name is Devin Seacrest. I'm one of the co-founders here at CodeBuddy, and I'm going to be driving today. We're going to do a little bit of a special session where we're going to just grab an idea and start building on it and try to get something kind of the first feature done in maybe under 30 minutes too here. I believe we're also giving away tickets to Nebraska Code. Do we get some tickets to Nebraska Code this one?
Yep,
Sweet.
we got two tickets. Yep, so we can
Cool.
raffle those off.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, I will just go ahead and get started. I think we're going to pick on John again. We always pick on John because neither knows who speak. But John wants to build an AI doctor for my car. Uh, so we're going to jump in and go ahead and do that. I'm going to share my screen here. I've already got a project set up here in CodeBuddy. I'm just calling it live demo here. And we do have, I had to spend about kind of 5 minutes provisioning this project. I did create a short video, just how quickly it is to provision a new project. Basically, most of the video is just waiting it for CodeBuddy to go out and deploy all of the different cloud resources you need to start your app so that you don't have to do any of any of that work. So, and here is kind of the project. We're calling it, I just called it live demo for this purposes here. And I'm going to go ahead and start this. So, John, are you okay picking and helping us with this idea? Or do you want me to pick on Tanner or JB?
No, I'm good. Yeah, whatever you need.
All right, sweet. Let's go ahead and so um, I want to for oops. The app is an AI doctor for my car. You want to give it any more specifics right now, John? Or
Um,
what it's intended to do?
yeah, I mean, obviously I should be able to like search for like parts and things like that. Uh, Maybe YouTube videos it should pull in, things like that. I'm
Gotcha. And
gonna
this is
try to make it,
all
I'm gonna try to make it hard on you, complicated.
gotcha. And this is all for if your car is broken or you're trying to maintain it or put something new on your car.
Yeah, I'd say it's like broken.
Okay.
So, there's like a sound coming from underneath the wheel or something.
Yeah. Sweet. All right. The main problem we're trying to solve is cars having an issue. What's going wrong, how to fix it, relevant parts, repair videos, AI doctor for my car, uh, what we mean. For instance, when someone uses the app, do they type in engine won't start, upload a photo or something? What would be the first thing the user typically does or looks at? So you're thinking it's more text-based, John, where you type in a problem or upload an image?
Yeah, I'd say text-based.
Text-based? Okay.
Eventually we could get to images. That could be helpful.
We'll just say I want to use a service like OpenAI. Sweet. Okay. Typing in the car issue. Strange noise when braking. Car won't start after refueling. The app uses AI. Suggests possible causes or solutions. Sounds like after using AI, the could search for replacement parts or watch repair videos, parts in YouTube's videos. Should the AI suggestion include links or ways to find those? Or would searching for parts or videos be a separate step that the user chooses after getting initial advice? So yeah, how do you suggest the parts or the YouTube video stuff, John?
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'd say maybe it gives me some like things to check out, and then it provides the links,
Okay.
like gives me options to look into.
Yep. Parts. Parts. Okay. So we'll do links for if there's a part I need to buy or a YouTube video if it's something I can fix myself. We'll keep it simple just for. All right. User describes their car problems. AI analyzes the issues, suggests diagnosis or troubleshooting steps. If a part is likely needed, the app provides you links to buy it. If it's a do-yourself friendly fix, the app offers suggested YouTube videos to follow along. Does that sound like a good start, John?
Yeah, yeah. I would like to use it right now. Let's go.
Sounds like you're having car problems, John.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, John. What broke?
I could use it too. I just got rear-ended yesterday, so
Oh, nice. Yeah. No, we gotta fix a U joint on the Yukon. So
nice. Okay. So here's what we got. So this is what makes Ride different than just doing this into a chat GPT, obviously, is where we take our prompts are based on helping you build software, and then we also take what you've built and we pull it out into the different software components to help you wrap your head around the software, but then also to provide the AI when you're building it context for what your entire software application is intended to do. So we got some proposed definitions, an AI doctor, a parts link, a YouTube video suggestion. Uh, we have the ability to, read these in depth and provide feedback or revisions if it got something slightly wrong. To move forward, we're just going to accept these changes right now. And you can see then the definitions will appear over here. We've got different user types right now. So sometimes apps have an admin user, sometimes they're two-sided marketplaces, so they could be a customer and a seller. For this case, it's pretty simple. We're just going to have a basic user in the system who's going to be able to receive troubleshooting advice. We'll accept that. And you can see these are now stored up in my app. They provide system context. And then we're going to do the first workflow. So this one says a high-level workflow where a user describes a car issue, receives an AI-powered troubleshooting advice, and gets suggested resources, including parts, links, and repair videos. So, and then it also presents user stories too. So, as a user, I want to submit a description of my car problem so that I can get a quick diagnosis, troubleshooting advice. The second one is digging into more of the replacement parts, and then the third one is more about repair videos, so I can easily follow along with these. So, um, one thing that you can do too as well is, we obviously recommend you breaking these up into smaller chunks as well. It makes, it's just kind of a general software procedure of making sure tasks are small. We're actually in a new release in here in maybe a week or two, we're going to have a new view that's called task planning, which actually takes your workflows and will break them down in individual specific tasks for you and then help you with understanding those tasks, the architecture for each of those tasks too as well. It was a separate view. We just recently redid it and it's all now AI generated as well. So I don't know if you remember that, John, that architecture view. We've actually pulled that out now and are going to be reintroducing it where it's completely filled in by the AI. I'm going to request a revision to maybe say, uh, you know, let's see what the first one is. Diagnose my car problem so I can get a quick Uh, um, I mean, I feel like the AI could probably do the links for the suggested parts and the repair videos. So I'm going to just keep it as one workflow for now. And then you will see that my workflows now show up in here. And you can do many workflows. You can start with just one workflow. It's just a way to help you keep them managed. And then I'm going to go ahead and start implementing this workflow. So now this is going to take me directly to my coding view, where it's going to start helping me plan and code this change. JB, Tanner, feel free to jump in if there's anything
Yeah,
else.
the only thing I was going to add before you hit that implement button, there are a lot of users who aren't full stack developers themselves. So one thing that we're going to be introducing as well is having the ability to have a CodeBuddy build these things for you. So it's cool being able to kind of see under the hood as Devin does this for you. But if you don't feel like you have the capacity to do it at this time, you can build it alongside a CodeBuddy. So someone like JB can kind of help you along, or you can have, someone build it for you. So we're trying to really make it as easy as possible to turn your ideas into real software that you can maybe test and take to market.
Yep. Yeah, I'll go over some of the sharing aspects. One of the things we're really trying to do is make this a collaborative program. So whether you're technical or non-technical and you either don't have the time or don't have the skills to work on certain tasks, you can always engage with a code buddy here who can simply access your account here in CodeBuddy, access your code, make changes to that code so that you don't have to. So this is my first step in CodeBuddy where it's going to start planning down some of these tasks, and then it's going to go ahead and start implementing. So it's going to ask me a couple questions, say yes, use OpenAI, and then parts links from an internal database via an API, or is this a set of mock links? Yeah. For now, use OpenAI to suggest links or use mock links for now. That should probably be a separate task, but and then same with the YouTube videos, just so we can be respectful of our time here. Don't worry about authentication. Our starter kit already includes an authentication service already in there. And sweet. So I'm going to answer a couple of questions for it before I get started. And then it's going to start diving in and doing the different layers of the architecture. So, all right, create DTOs, create the backend manager, AI logic, front-end API. Yes, proceed. If you wanted to do it the reverse, some people like to go from doing the back end to the front end. Some like going from the front end to the back end. Both are optional. We're going to go from the back end to the front end. So first, it's going to go ahead and it's going to suggest the contracts. And actually, what I'll do too here is I'll go ahead and run the app while it's thinking. So the first one is the problem description, which is ideally that text description that I'm going to be sending in there. So here's what I did. You see, I can just I just ran the solution, so you can see the starter kit front end back end is now running, and you can see just my blank starter kit. Previously, I just had it changed to this webinar video, and I'm already logged in here too as well. So the next step, troubleshooting car issue response. So this is going to be likely the response back from the OpenAI that suggests my diagnosis, my next steps, my parts links, my video suggestions, and part suggestions has a separate part suggestion and a video suggestion, a DTO there. DTO is just a object that both the front end and the back end understand. And then now it's jumping into my manager, which we use iDesign architectural layers. It's what a lot of big enterprises in all over the US are using to help design the app so that it can be decomposed into different layers so that it can grow and scale to be a fully, enterprise-like app. So that manager looks good. AI Doctor, I like the name of that.
I know these car park companies are gonna love this idea.
Yeah.
John, they're gonna love you.
So then every time it does make a change to the API, it's going to also, both on the front end and back end, it's going to automatically hot reload those. So you can see that it is throwing some errors, but some of those errors are probably because it hasn't finished building out the front or the back end. And so you can see now here's my AI doctor engine, which is going to have it created a prompt for me. So it looks like I'm a car mechanic. The user describes a car problem. It's going to put in that problem description. And then please respond in the form, give a diagnosis, give a next steps, uh, provide the part suggestions, provide the video suggestions, all within here. And then it's going to take and start breaking that down and formatting into the right objects
Yeah.
uh,
One thing I love
that I
about this
need.
too is you can edit directly within that fields there. So if you did want to
Yep.
like tweak the prompt or anything at this stage, you can, or you can just have a conversation via ride, be like, actually, can we do it a little bit differently? It's very organic, just like you were working beside a human. It's pretty cool.
Yep. So that looks good. It looks like we're going to use OpenAI. I do have an OpenAI key. You do have to provide your own OpenAI keys right now. We don't, any third-party services that you use, we just expect the users to go out and uh, provide their own keys there as well. So, and then here's my AI Doctor Manager. So now it's jumping into the front end because you can see now I'm working on a TypeScript file. And it just has a single call that says AI Doctor Manager, where the service I'm going to use. I think I think this is supposed to say API, so I'm going to change it. Can you? So I'm going to respond back to that. I believe that's correct, unless our product developers have changed that. So if not, we'll just go in there and manually change it. Here's our file view. So you can see here's the core components of our architectural layer, or you can see the entire projects. There's two as well. So now it's doing my car troubleshoot view, which is my front end view. So you can see it looks like it's got a text field for putting in that, and then it calls that front end method troubleshoot car issue, and which will then go hit the back end. Going a little bit vibe coding now just for this webinar. We're big on just, making sure that you take a second to kind of look and review the changes so that you don't have to go back and do different, chat requests. You could always keep doing chat requests over and over again, but sometimes it's quicker to just maybe take a quick look at it. And then here's my routing. So it's got a troubleshoot router on there. Do want to go in and make sure that it got that Doctor Manager TS. Oh yeah, so it did take that change in where I said I wanted this not to be service, but I want it to say API too as well. Okay, so it looks like it's added all of the things here for me. And the only thing that it didn't do is well, let's see how it did the OpenAI because usually it creates a separate OpenAI accessor, but it looks like it might have just reached out to the OpenAI uh, through the engine. So let's see what it did. What did it did here?
Yeah, and one thing if you're not sure on how it does, like in the next episode, you may need to provide your OpenAI key. You can ask the AI how to do that as well. So what files, how do you go out and find a key? Where should you be putting it in the code? So again, even if you're not a seasoned developer like Devin here, you can kind of understand like where to go, what to do, so you can get a lot more done yourself, which is really cool. I use that quite a bit.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. So OpenAI completions. Oh, it's just using an OpenAI API. Huh. I'm going to change that maybe so that I don't have to install a library and say instead of using an OpenAI library, can you create an OpenAI accessor that I think it's probably better just to have our own OpenAI accessor. Okay, so I just suggested an OpenAI accessor and where it's going to just use more of a REST call to OpenAI. So you can see the URL that it's calling, and instead of it was using the OpenAI library, which is fine, but I think I'd rather just have our own OpenAI accessor. So now it created this accessor. It should be going back and changing the uh, AI doctor engine to use that OpenAI accessor now. You can see that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's one thing I really feel about Ride is just the context that it receives. It knows how to parse it pretty well. I've used other like agentic IDEs, and it seems like you gotta hold its hand a lot more. But
Yep.
Ride does a really good job because like the kit that it's starting with is trained really well on it, and it understands where to go, directories, how to modify things. Gets you up and running fairly quick.
Yeah, that's incredible competitive advantage we have. It's a double-edged sword for us since we work in a specific starter kit and single technology stack. It allows us to be a little more accurate and more integrated in what we're doing. However, the system only works in that tech stack right now, so it's mostly designed for people building new software. And then the last thing is that this is a .NET thing, and I don't know if it did it, but I just wanted to confirm is that when .NET, whenever you create new managers or engines, as part of the iDesign architectural layer, you always have to add them to the program CS file to make sure that they're scoped in there so that they're injected in the actual application. I don't know if it did that, so I just wanted to double check. This is all stuff too that we go over when we do onboarding too. And it's in our documentation too as well. So it looks like it didn't add them, so that now it goes in, it's adding the manager, it created the engine, it created in the OpenAI accessor too as well. So we've got that in there. Um, and I think we're ready to start testing it out. It looks like we've got some errors that we've just got to uh, test. We might just need to rerun the app, and it might have just picked up those errors along the way. Okay, so we've got fewer errors, but we've still got some errors. A nice new feature now too is I can just take these errors and if they're all the same, you can just reserve them all. It looks like there are a couple different errors. Some are repeated, so you can just click on any of these errors too as well. and
Yeah,
it
I
will.
like this new feature actually, Devin, because before we used to like just copy and paste, and
Yep,
sometimes you would copy pasta like even like the code editor by mistake.
yep.
But it's really cool what our team did here.
So then it makes a suggestion to this uh, and what it is, and then it can go through in the prompt and say, yes, I'd like to fix that. Oh, it says it's already referencing the again. Okay, let's try to go fix one of these other ones. It might just be. Okay, it looks like we've got some changes. Looks like there's just some namespace changes. We can fix those. Service worker management endpoint. Should resolve the error. I can rerun this. See if I'm still getting that same error. Okay, I've got less errors now. Endpoint message. Let's see. Okay, I can just remove this. Ah, yeah, it's just putting in wrong. I think the correct attribute here, this is for the authentication. Uh, I'm just gonna have it remove it. And then what is the correct? Yeah, this is actually the correct attribute. So you can also just edit stuff in here too. So you don't have to have it be authenticated, but I'll probably do want it to be authenticated. So I'm just gonna go copy and paste this in there and do that and add that there. So we'll pretty much, actually, I'm just going to delete it out for now. We'll just make it so it doesn't have to be authenticated. All right.
So when do you recommend to click on resolve all when they're like all very similar
Yeah, a
errors?
lot of times it'll be all the same error because one error can cause issues in multiple steps.
Yeah. Yeah, I did notice that too when that feature came out and I did a resolve all and it seemed like Ride was a little bit overwhelmed. Um,
Yep.
so I mean that's a good thing. But that means like software's not perfect. But it does help you understand when you're building software, everything it takes step by step. So when you troubleshoot software, you don't want to try to fix everything at once. You want to take your time. Um, so I like that.
Let's see, we got that. Getting down. Let's see. Okay. Type your name, so say doctor. Yeah, it looks like there's just some name space issues that are going on. Okay, it looks like you got all those. It should be it should be app.api. I wonder if those, I'm going to cancel this request. I'm wondering if what's happening is, yeah, it looks like those, they got created with the wrong namespace. So what I can do, since I can quickly see them, is I can just see all the managers, engines, and accessors that got added. And it looks like they just got added with the wrong namespace. So let's see if this will fix those real quick.
I noticed the import statements up there using services.
Does it have services too?
Yeah,
Yeah, I should have cut that when I was
go
reviewing the
go back
actual.
to AI up
There we
there,
go. Thanks.
and then the doctor.
Sweet. Corrected namespace. That's what you get when you kind of fly through those. Let's see if that fixes most of those. Ah,
There we
it's
go.
running.
It's running.
Sweet. Sorry. Should have got that earlier. Namespace issues. Okay. Couple minutes of troubleshooting and we're set to go. So it will pop up uh, this new app and I'm gonna, what was the URL? It was troubleshooting or something for the routing. Let's go find the route real quick. I can just say, you can also just tell, right? Say open routes. And I can see it was called dash troubleshoot. Okay. So here is my new view, describe my car problem, get diagnosis and suggestions. The only thing that I haven't done yet is that I haven't added my AI, OpenAI key to this. And we are adding a configuration management tool. Until then, for all I have to do is I have to go into my app settings.json and I'm not going to share this on the screen because it's got up all of our
It would be
big
smart.
settings in there. Yeah.
Whoever watches the
But
video gets a
yes,
unlimited access to our.
yes. But here you can see I just opened the project file. You can see all my CodeBuddy projects get stored into just a folder on my local machine called CodeBuddy projects, my live demo. Here's the app settings. I open this up. I'm going to dump in an OpenAI key. Hopefully I've got it spelled the same as it's in the term and save that. I do want to just uh, I do want to just confirm I spelled it, so I'm just going to say open the app configuration. And then, yeah, so it's smart enough to know to add my OpenAI. I thought it hard coded there, but maybe the accessor didn't hard code the, oh yeah. So it can pull from config settings in case you want to change it, and then it just has a backup. So I'm just going to say just add open, and then I'm going to call it OpenAI API key. That's probably good. So then it's going to add that to app configuration. That's going to match my app settings key. And
Yeah,
let's
and that
see.
that file is like critical. Uh, I know that Devin and I were like migrating a project internally uh to our latest version of Ride, and there's like missing like a specific configuration. So if you're
Yep.
ever in doubt, um when you're like implementing a third party integration, always do the step that Devin took there.
So I'm going to keep my network tab open just in case, there's a chance that something didn't get hooked up, but I'm going to say I have a, 2018 Toyota forerunner and my left, light, front light is out. Okay, so it says AI doctor manager troubleshoot car issue is not a function. So let's take that and then let's just put that into here. So it looks like
Oh, is it because remember you changed that service into API?
yeah, it should be API though. The file exists name. Let's take a look and see. So I can just easily quickly see the files that are changed on here and the manager. So my AI is called troubleshoot car issue on the front, and then let's go look at the doctor manager. So troubleshoot car issue. So that looks correct. The file exists. It's named and imported correctly. Import AI doctor manager. The method is spelled troubleshoot car issue with correct casing. The casing is different. I wonder if that's my issue. So that changed this to AI doctor manager. Just, this was different. Interesting. It was exporting. Okay. So let's change I think this still should be API. I'm gonna accept those changes and then uh here trouble queues. I think this should still be API. I'm not sure. Should now call it AI Doctor Manager Troubleshoot Car Engine. So then if I go back to my views here, my new Troubleshoot Car Engine in view. Yeah, it is calling it with a lowercase. So that should all reload and refresh just to be safe. I'm gonna run it again. Let it build. All right. Let me pull it up. One sec. Okay, so I just pulled it up. So we fixed that error. It's just showing an unauthorized 401 error. So I think this was the issue that we fixed incorrectly, where we need to just put the uh, required roles on here. Oh, that's why, because that's a require. I think maybe just require authenticated. Let's see. And then that's app service Voker attributes. Let's just tell the API. admin. Okay, so app service invoker attributes, services. That's pulling services again. We can fix that though. Acquire authenticated. Sweet. So that got that. Just gonna pull that there. It's got my required attribute. That look good, JB? Think so. See? Yeah, through those app space errors again. All right. So we've got the back end running again. Let's see if this does that app. Refresh this. Okay. Still getting a response here. Let's see if we can just copy and paste this in. Sometimes it's better to let the AI fix it than to try to fix it yourself. Okay. Oh, I wasn't even the right method. Okay, so this is a problem with OpenAI key. So no API key or an invalid misconfigured API key. Check your OpenAPI key, which we did. Check that the key is passed. Restart your backend. Okay, so it just looks like it's an OpenAI API key that it just propagated up. We did add that OpenAPI key. Let me double check in my app settings. There we go. We've got the OpenAPI key. Let's open the app configuration again. That looks good. OpenAI API key. That looks good. And then let's check the accessor. Oh, this is where it's wrong. So it looks like the config OpenAI or this on my OpenAI accessor is wrong. It should match to this. So it had written it in the code, it looks like, before we had set up the there. It's good.
Add
Should
that
not be.
services.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell it so it fixes itself. You can tell it if it's doing something repetitively and it will fix itself. And let's see, let's look at one of these other app configs. Okay, services, app.api, OpenAI accessor, app configuration, app configuration.openai key. That looks better. You can also, we have you can search the whole project too. So if you wanted to see somewhere else and make sure it's doing the right thing with app configuration, we can go to like the blob storage accessor and we can see app configuration where it's doing config and then config just .supabase role. So it looks correct. It's doing it just slightly differently. You can always refer it to other files too to have it doing the exact same. So, okay, let's rerun the back end. See if we can get that open API call to work. And then I'm gonna pull
Wish
this
we had
up.
like a drum roll.
Yeah, let's see if this gets the error status response 404. The valid endpoint is API include if you supply an invalid URL. URLs must be exactly. Check your OpenAI API successor constructor. Okay. Do not use V1 chat. That is for ChatGPT models. Request body should be matched. Gotcha. I'm missing a V1. Looks like it is correct there. API, openai.com, V1 completions. That looks like it's correct there. Check my OpenAI accessor. We didn't do a URL configured. This is right. I got you. I actually don't know what model we're using in an OpenAI account. Trying to think. I know we've got another project that uses that. Let me pull that one up. JB, educate the crowd on something while I'm
Yeah. Um, I was actually just thinking.
just joking.
Yeah, and I was just thinking. So just a little like sneak peek into what's to come. Um, we've been working on a doc site for Ride, so you guys will be able to see just how to go through some of these flows, um, set up your project. And I was just thinking earlier, like we'll probably add a like common prompts section, like for example, like the one where Devin was doing with like making sure that the dependency injection is there within a program.cs file. So I think that's something that would be very helpful for you guys. But be on the lookout for that when we fully announce the docs will be fully available to everyone. Um, and there you'll also be able to see when we have like release notes as well for new versions of Ride.
Yeah, OpenAI one. Check completions. Yeah, it looks like the URL is correct. Let's see if it looks like the model might be incorrect. Yeah. Can you change the model to this one? This is what we've played as best. So obviously I didn't tell it to put in the model that our OpenAI account has access to.
So many of the problems are between the chair and keyboard, not necessarily
Yeah,
for the AI.
correct.
I find that a lot too, and that's again where it's so helpful to be able to kind of like bounce things off of, the AI as well. It's just like, okay, I'm lost here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
help me like reframe this a little bit, and then it kind of gets you back where you need to go.
Wait, let's see if this will. Yeah, this is what we've got in the other one. It's got that chat and it's got the revised model.
Yeah, and I think that's like the most important aspect of Ride is that, as a non-technical founder, like there's a various camps of them that would want the AI to do everything. Um, but at the end of the day, that there are certain things that you still have to do. Like you still have to think about your product and how you want it to function, what services you're thinking of using, and just having Ride being able to have that conversation with you is very helpful. Like Tanner was saying, just helpful to guide you to where you need to go. So it's always very helpful.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and then, we don't want to under discount, just the ability to ask for human help as well. The AI is really good at certain things, but it's not good at others. And, being able to call in, an expert to, help, kind of go things through with you or to build things for you is just super, super powerful, especially if you're someone who's building a startup at the same time. Your brain's going to be even more fried because you're have the weight of your entire startup on your shoulders. So just the ability to, get that supported momentum and maintain things is really powerful.
Okay, drum roll. Here we go. Let's see, we got that fixed in. There we go.
Yeah, let's
All
go.
right. So we've got it responding back uh, with uh, the thing. Obviously, we need to improve the prompt out there. It's just giving a very generic prompt, and then we have not implemented yet the parts stuff. So we just need to tell it to go ahead and link the parts in the video suggestions there too as well. But for sake of time, we'll stop there. Uh, don't want to take this webinar. We never go over an hour on these things. So
Yeah, well, and
um,
I wouldn't under discount the fact that you've built this in an hour as well.
yeah,
So I mean, like we're finding with projects, you can spend what was maybe weeks to a month's worth of time to with a team to build out applications, and then you can have one developer in a day go through and grind these things. Like you're saying, this is just
yeah,
one workflow. A lot of apps may have many workflows,
yeah.
and it's really powerful. The other cool thing is because it is multi-tenant, to where like you can have multiple users inside one project. You can have someone who's like a non-technical founder who is just trying to get their vision into the plan that then the developers can execute on. And as we all know with startups, they pivot aggressively and change very aggressively. So you can be modifying those workflows, those definitions, and everyone has like a central source of truth that they can go to and build upon. And then also, as someone who's not as technical myself, being able to ask the AI, like, okay, how did Devin build this? Like, okay, what is going on here? So I have a lot more context and understanding, and I feel like I'm actually in control of my project compared to just being completely at the mercy of my developers. So it's really, really awesome.
Yeah, some final features, new stuff we added. We do have now undo file changes. This is where you can review, you can do a code review on all your files, see, within an hour, I was able to create all this code here. If anything I didn't like, I can undo it. If I like this, commit the, AI doctor, and then I save these changes. It's going to take me back to my project view where I have the ability to commit those changes, and I can push those changes up to my test environment. And then and that will give me a URL that I can go to and actually test. We do all the deployment stuff. You don't have to worry about, deployment pipelines, setting up resources. And then I also can push it to a live production too as well. And yeah, as Tanner was mentioned too, I can, invite John to this workspace for him to help work on this code too. So I can add John on here. It's going to send out an invite to his Riot account. It will download the code onto his machine. He, through being access to my accounts, will have access to all of the cloud resources to deploy on this too as well. So he can be a contributing member of this team, whether it's on the software planning side, whether it's on the actual technical development side too as well. So, um, yeah, Tanner, you want to we'll do the raffle and then we'll just email out the winners. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I got the list of participants here. We'll just do this spinner after the event and then email people directly if they
Okay.
were selected. So be on the lookout there. And of course, if you have any questions or anything like that, please reach out to us. I'm just directly at tanner@codebuddy.com. A lot of you are, connected with me on LinkedIn or all those other places, so there's many avenues to reach out. Yeah, and if you want to kind of try out Ride for yourself as well, just reach out, or we made it to where you can sign up directly from the website now, and it'll get you up and running, and then you get your ability to book an onboarding call with JB, and he'll make sure that everything's set up, installed, and you're off to the races, and you're set up for success. So you can get rocking and rolling as well.
Sweet. Thank you guys. Thank you, Tanner. Thank
Awesome.
you, JB.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Have a good
John.
one. Thanks,
Appreciate you
John.
hopping on and giving us your idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you guys.